This is Seasons of Discontent with your hosts Rick Snyder and Matt Combs on the Hogstye Network.
Welcome to Seasons of Discontent, Season 4, Episode 8. Brought to you by Rick Snyder's social media platforms, Rick Snyder's Washington on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm Rick Snyder.
And I'm Matt.
And we're back discussing all things life in Washington, the sports, and everything else. And here comes the NFL schedule. So, Matt, here's the schedule we've been waiting for forever. And we did this separately. And I went down. We're going to go down each game, and then we'll just see who's who.
All right.
All right. We'll be like real fans here, I guess. I don't know. So they opened at home against the Los Angeles Chargers. I want to say Clippers, but the Chargers. 1 o'clock game. Historically, although not always 100%, West Coast teams playing on the East Coast at 1 o'clock usually don't do very well because they're not biorhythms. And for that reason, I'm going to take Washington.
Same here. I got them winning against the Chargers.
I just have emotion of it all. I think the crowd, could it be 71,000 for this? I'm not sure. It'll be up there because
I think it will. Yeah. I think it's a combination of things, though, Rick. I mean, we didn't have fans in the stadium last year. A lot of people have been sitting at home for almost a year or over a year, so I think they want to get out. And look, there is buzz around this team, whether we want to admit it or not. There is a lot of buzz around this team in the moves that they've made in the offseason and the draft. I think a lot of people are going to be kind of homerish, like somebody on this podcast, which we'll find out by the end of the show.
Yeah. I ate inside a restaurant tonight. Woo!
There you go.
First time in a long time.
Hey, Saturday, Maryland opens up, baby, 100%.
There you go. All right. So, I think it's going to be a lot of people for the same reason you said, but they're not going to be that many Chargers fans. I mean, Come on. Chargers fans can never be in Washington.
There's not even a lot of Chargers fans in LA where they play. They're all still mad that the team moved.
That said, I said that about Detroit Lions last year, and they brought a lot of fans.
Man,
so
cheap ticket.
All right. 4 days later, they're playing on Thursday night football against the New York Giants. I got a loss there.
I got a win. I don't think New York is that improved as everybody wants to claim they are. Daniel Jones is still Daniel Jones. And look, I know historically we do not do good in primetime games, but I don't know. I know. Look, Saquon's back and they got Kenny Galladay and all that, yada, yada, yada. I still think that they're the Giants. I don't think they win. I think we win at home.
Didn't the Giants beat Washington twice last year?
Uh-huh.
And that's their big rival. In New York, if you ask who's the big rival, they'll say Washington, not Philly, which is surprising, but it's a long historical rivalry. So, okay. All right. Then they are at Buffalo playing that weird 17th game. Up there, I have them winning.
Wow, I got a loss.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised too. I don't know. I was looking back on, really? I wrote a W? Okay. Well, maybe this team's better. We think it's a better team this year. I'm not sure record-wise how that's going to go, but I'm going to go for a surprise up there. Maybe the Bills will be the ones going over Niagara Falls.
Well, and it came out today that Bleacher Report ranked the Washington's opponents like 15th. They have the 15th hardest schedule in the league, so middle of the road.
Yeah, I saw 12th, but I guess it's however you figure it out.
Yeah.
So then they are at Atlanta. That game will not be in London. It's going to be down in Georgia. So you can take your Delta airline miles and go down and see that. I have a win.
I have them winning as well.
All right. Then you play New Orleans and I have a loss.
I have a win.
Ooh, Mr. Simpson.
There is no Drew Brees.
Well, I know. And that is something I thought about. But, maybe the other guy. It's hard to tell. That's why picking him back is useless, but still, what else we're going to do?
I was going to say, this is all going to change by September when they kick off anyway, so whatever.
Yeah, but hey, listen, everybody's watching, so.
Yeah.
Then they play Kansas City. I have a loss there.
That is a big loss.
I don't think they keep up with him.
No, they can't keep up with Mahomes and that offense. That offense is too high-powered.
Then I have them at Green Bay. lost. That's 3 straight.
I have them losing again. That'll be 2 back-to-back.
Yeah, that's a tough one. At Denver, I don't know. That's a tough one because I'm not sure if we really know who's Denver quarterback is yet, things like that. If Green Bay loses Rodgers, okay. But if Denver gets Rodgers, then things change differently.
Well, I was going to say, which team is Aaron Rodgers playing for? Kansas or Green Bay or Denver? Or is it a revenge game when Washington returns to Green Bay to face Aaron Rodgers' old team?
I know, it's crazy. I got them beating Denver.
I do too.
Denver's a tough spot to play in. The thin air can, yeah. I once covered a game in Denver that it was sun shining in the first quarter. It rained in the second. It sleeted in the third. It snowed in the fourth, and we barely got back to the airport. It was so crazy.
Yep.
Fred told me it was the coldest he'd ever been in his whole life. That was over the course of 3 hours because the weather comes over the Rockies and dumps on Denver, and you don't know what happens. So that's a crazy game. Then they have a bye. So November 7th, if you're wanting to do something out there, that's a Sunday off for you.
Rick's planning his vacation already.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was talking today about, where we're going. Then they come back, Tampa Bay.
That's a loss.
Yeah, I got a loss there.
Although, hey, it could be a revenge game for Heineke.
There you go. And then you never know. We expect this Fitzmagic to go the whole season. Who knows?
Oh, and also Fitzpatrick played. How many teams on the schedule has Fitzpatrick played for? I know definitely he played for Tampa.
Yeah, I mean, it was with Buffalo. He's probably 4 or 5 of them as a guess. I don't know. All right, then they are at Carolina. I have a win. Seattle on Monday Night Football. Loss.
All
right. At Las Vegas. Whew. That's a crazy one. Nobody gets out of Vegas a winner. I'm going to say they lose.
This was a 50-50 for me, and I went W.
I so want to go to that game. I bet that stadium's awesome.
Oh, man, that stadium's going to be awesome this year with fans in it. It looked good last year, empty. I mean, it's just going to be rocking this year. But I don't know. I don't know what to think of the Raiders. I didn't really pay too much attention to them. I know, they still have Derek Carr and they still have a pretty decent offense, but I don't know. We'll have to see. That's kind of a 50-50 game for me. I just kind of went W.
That's every team beat writer says, woo, go to Vegas, baby. I got something to take over to Pawn Star, see if I can get some money for it.
All right.
Okay, then it's like they decided, oh, yeah, we got to play the division games again. Put that down.
We forgot about the Cowboys.
5 straight division games to end the season.
Yeah.
You're playing twice in 3 games. You're playing Philly, Dallas, Philly. What the hell is that about?
I don't know. It's weird.
That was like somebody forgot to do it. And yeah, that's crazy. But all right, so we start off Dallas. It's not on Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Thank God.
And I have them winning that game.
I do too.
All right, then they're at Philly. I've got them winning.
I have a win.
Ooh, aren't we homering? All right, then at Dallas on Sunday Night Football, I say TV Lords get them, and it's a loss.
I have a loss.
I don't know how we're so far apart. All right, and Philadelphia, I've got a win.
I've got a win.
And then finish the season against those Giants, win.
I have a win.
All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have them 9 and 8. Miscounted.
I have them 11 and 6.
Ooh, Mr. Simpson.
Yes, sir.
Does 11 and 5 win the NFC East?
I don't know.
I think that's.
I don't think the Cowboys have gotten that much better. Yeah, they get Dak back, and they got some decent, defensive players on the defensive in the draft. But I mean, that defense is still very suspect. I think Philly is going to be pretty down this year. They've completely remodeled their team, and they're trying to build around Jalen Hurts, and they got a rookie head coach. And I still, like I said, I think the Giants are the Giants. With Daniel Jones will have a game here and there where people are impressed, and then he goes back to being Daniel Jones, running for an 80-yard touchdown, falling flat on his face, not getting touched. I mean, they're division games. They're 50-50s basically, but our main competitor, I think, for the division is definitely Dallas. And look, Dak, we can't forget what he did before he got hurt. He threw like 4 or 5 straight games for 500 plus yards. However, they weren't winning those games because of their defense. So I don't know. I think Dallas will be the main competitor, but I do believe that 11-6 can win the division.
Yeah. I mean, Washington's playing both Super Bowl teams, 3 prime timers. Let's see, 4 of 6 to open the season at home, 4 of 6 to close the road, which is not good.
Well, and I'm surprised that they didn't have more primetime games, honestly, Rick, because like I said, there is a buzz. They were talked about a lot during the draft week and what they did in the off season. They've been one of the kind of the darling teams for certain beat writers and reporters on NFL Network and ESPN. I'm surprised that they've only got the 3 primetime games. I mean, they're hitting all 3. They got a Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. So I don't know.
2 are against division teams, Dallas and New York.
Well, Dallas, yeah.
New York's a big media market for that. They're playing Seattle on Monday Night Football. That's kind of a unusual bi-coastal Sunday night, or Monday night game. I guess Sunday nights are bigger anyway.
Yeah.
More betting. This is the first year with betting. So, going to be interesting. Let's say that, Washington is +1 against the Chargers in the opener. That's the opening line. I haven't seen the others yet. But suppose Washington is, let's say is a 7-point favorite, and they're up by 6, and they don't kick a field goal at the end, just let the clock run out. So your team won, but you bet lost because they didn't kick that field goal, being gentlemen. What do you think is going to happen? I could see some boos.
Nah, not from this guy. I've only made one bet in my life, and it was on the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, sorry about that. My horse got hit coming out of the gate.
No, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, same thing. So, matter of fact, Preakness is coming up Saturday, and I am probably taking Midnight Bourbon to beat the Derby winner. I just think a lot of drama around things. It's, but watch my Rick Snyder's Washington show on Friday, and I'll talk about it, because I don't like to pick horse races till the day before because somebody ends up hurt or whatever. I don't like all the chaos around Medina Spirit and the drug situations and all that. So I'm going to go with Midnight Bourbon. Got whacked coming out of the gate in the Derby. When that happens and you're an early speed runner, you're doomed. You're just running around the track now. So that's why I'm going to go. This time I think the good horses will all be on the front. I like Midnight Bourbon to win, but who knows?
Well, I guess we kind of got to touch on it real quick since we got a couple minutes. But yesterday it came out that Cole Brennan had passed away. So never met him, but he seemed like a pretty cool dude.
He was, and that was such a sad thing. He had problems with alcohol since he was 18.
Right.
Got thrown in Colorado in an episode. He had several incidents in the last year.
Well, after he got into a head-on collision in Hawaii. Yeah, I think he became more dependent on the painkillers and the alcohol to soothe the pain. So, just a guy that couldn't get away from his demons, had all the talent in the world, was an amazing college quarterback to watch. And then when he was drafted by then the Redskins, it was pretty exciting. We thought we might have had the future, and just he couldn't get out of his own way as far as the demons go. But seemed like a really cool guy. I remember he used to do all the local radio hits, and he would, hang out with fans and was not unapproachable. He was just a very cool, laid back guy. And of course, 37-year-old guy, you don't want to see him lose his life to that kind of problems, but Yeah,
Colt opened it against the Hall of Fame game, went 9 of 10, 2 touchdowns. The next week, beat the Jets with a game-winning throw, and you thought, woo, never played the whole season behind Jason Campbell, got hurt the next year. Yep. And then, so, man, I wouldn't say the alcohol was because of his NFL career didn't work out. He tried other places. That car accident, I think, really ended things there.
Yeah.
And, just a real shame to see such a thing happen, too.
Yeah.
All right, so I got to go on these new formats. So I'm Rick Snyder.
And I'm Matt.
See you soon.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Seasons of Discontent on the Hogstye Network.